We got some better games for 3 p.m. We got Rutgers going to Nebraska, and we're going to be asking the question whether can Rutgers go unbeaten.
Jackson, at the beginning of the year, I would have looked at this game and said, not thought a word about it because it's Rutgers, Nebraska. I would have been like, bleh. But Jackson, this has turned into a really sneaky Big Ten game, Big Ten conference game. Like both these teams are playing really good football. Like who would have thought Rutgers and Nebraska would be towards the top of the Big Ten almost? With not to the Oregon Ohio State level, obviously, but like towards the middle of the pack and getting better. Like this is a sleeper game. Like I think a lot of people should go out of their way and watch this game. Like I don't think you'll be disappointed. I mean, Rutgers, what Greg Schiano's done, what Matt Rule's bringing out, Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I like what both these programs have got going. I think this is a game that if you get a chance and you have Fox Sports 1, go ahead, flip it on at 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. Central for our friends on Jackson's time. Or 1 p.m. Pacific if you're out on the West Coast for all of our West Coast followers. This is going to be a really fun game. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, and we all love what Dylan Raiola's been doing at Nebraska, and I know people are already comparing him to Patrick Mahomes. Like that's a pretty huge comparison. I can tell you that right now. And you know, it just kind of feels like a toss up for me personally.
Mm-hmm. And Jackson, one of the things I love about these type games is I like when we get like when the Nebraska Jackson, who's a blue blood, I love it when they're winning like this. And Rutgers is coming on the way up. I love it, Jackson. It's good for the sport.
Uh-huh.
I like no matter who wins this game, it's going to be good for either one. But it's also an important game.
Yep.
So this is very interesting. I'll let you pick first, though, Jackson.
Well, I keep thinking about how unfortunately the kicking game is a disaster for Nebraska. And it's going to catch up to them. It will. It honestly will. They're 82nd and third down conversion rates on defense. But Rutgers is 17th on third down conversion rates on offense. I feel like that can really help them. That can really help the Scarlet Knights get it done at home.
Yeah, their rushing game, Jackson, it's really good. And Clint Moses says the Nebraska pass rush, yes, that's an underrated part of their game. Everyone is focused on their offense and Dylan Raiola. Nebraska's defense has come a long way from what they were under Scott Frost. But go ahead, though, good buddy.
I think I'm going to say it's going to be a Rutgers. It's going to feel like a 24-23 victory over Nebraska. I honestly feel like Nebraska is going to come up short in this game again. And they're going to be, people are going to ask the questions. Has Matt Rule gotten all of the Scott Frost stuff out?
The bad juju, as they like to say.
Yep, I'm afraid so.
Jackson, it's crazy to think, but Rutgers could play a huge factor, and Nebraska too, in who goes to the Big Ten title game, because everything is still on the table. This is a game that could just go a long way in deciding who finishes where in the Big Ten. But I'll go. You know what, Jackson? I'll go Nebraska. I like what Dylan Raiola is doing. I think Nebraska at home, even though they lost to Illinois, I think they're going to find a way to pull this one out. I think Nebraska's front seven is going to stop the rushing attack. I'm going to go 23-20 Nebraska at home.
Oh, yeah.